Okay, so Serena Williams' husband, Alexis Ohanian, just made it clear to Drake that he is not here for him trying to come after his wife, and he has all the smoke for Drake. If Drake thought that Alexis was just a random man that he could bully, he has something else coming, because Alexis is fully in support of Serena, and he is standing 10 toes down behind her. Serena has Drake ticked after she made a cameo appearance during Kendrick's Superbowl performance. And by performance, I'm referring specifically to the part where he almost called Drake a PDF file in front of millions of people. And he had Serena dancing to the song. Drake then took shots at Serena after that, but her husband Alexis immediately jumped in to defend her, sending a warning to Drake and his lackeys to leave her alone or else. Y'all, Drake might want to watch his back, because Alexis did not come to play, so let's break it down. While Serena's appearance during Kendrick's performance came as a surprise, I guess we shouldn't have been so surprised, because if there's one person who hates Drake more than Kendrick, it's Serena. She and Drake had a thing back in the day, and he did her dirty. Back in 2010, whispers of a possible romance between Serena Williams and Drake had the gossip mill working overtime. Though the speculation ran wild, Serena never actually confirmed anything, just like Rihanna before her. She kept things playful and mysterious, while Drake, true to form, behaved like a love-struck teenager who just discovered romance. Fast forward to today, and Serena has long since moved on. She's happily married to Alexis Ohanian, the co-founder of Reddit, and together they've built a beautiful life with their two precious daughters. But here's where things get interesting. You know how Drake has a tendency to turn bitter when a woman doesn't reciprocate his energy? Well, Serena wasn't immune to that pattern. He spent years openly fawning over her, to the point where GQ magazine once crowned him Serena's most embarrassing groupie. And let's be real, there was no lie detected in that statement. But the moment Serena made things official with Alexis, Drake's whole vibe did a complete 180. He went from simping over her to acting super petty. Suddenly, the same man who spent years thirsting over her had the audacity to shade her husband. In a classic case of projection, Drake took a swipe at Alexis, calling him Serena's groupie, as if he hadn't spent half a decade openly worshiping the ground she walked on. He even snuck in a not so subtle jab on her Lost, his collab album with 21 Savage. On Middle of the Ocean, he rapped, "Sidebar Serena, your husband a groupie. He claimed we don't got a problem, but no boo, it is like you coming for sushi." Alexis responded with pure class, effortlessly shutting down Drake without even breaking a sweat. He posted a photo of himself and his daughter, Olympia, proudly cheering Serena on at one of her matches. But the real mic drop moment was his caption, where he wrote, "The reason I stay winning is because I'm relentless about being the absolute best at whatever I do, including being the best groupie for my wife and daughter." Talk about a classy takedown. Well, Serena finally had her lick back at him at the ESPYs last year, where she crip walked to Kendrick's song Not Like Us.
And if I've learned anything this year, it's that none of us, not a single one of us, not even me, should ever pick a fight with Kendrick Lamar.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
Hey! He will make your hometown not like you. The next time Drake sits courtside at a Raptors game, they're gonna Forrest Gump him. Sight's taken.
They not like us. They not like us. They not like us.
In typical Drake fashion, he decided to be messy by replying in a roundabout way. Out of nowhere last year, Drake posted a 100 gigabyte stash of content on a mysterious website called 100gigs.org. And in true Drake fashion, he didn't roll out this surprise through his official platforms. Instead, he revealed it using his not-so-secret burner Instagram account, Plot Twist, which he had been quietly updating since late June. But this wasn't just some random batch of files. This was a serious jackpot. The drop included a massive collection of unreleased songs featuring heavyweights like Young Thug, 21 Savage, and Lotto. And that was just scratching the surface. Fans got an unprecedented look into Drake's creative process with never before seen footage of him crafting some of the biggest albums, including Take Care, Views, and Certified Lover Boy. As if that wasn't enough, the stash also featured rare behind-the-scenes moments with industry giants like Jay-Z, Kanye West, Rihanna, and Cameron. On top of that, some of Drake's closest collaborators made appearances, giving fans an even deeper look into his world. Drake's motives behind this massive content drop remained a mystery, but the streets were buzzing with theories. The most popular theory was that it was a calculated move to divert attention from his escalating feud with Kendrick Lamar. If that was the goal, though, well, let's just say it flopped spectacularly. The drama with Kendrick only got stronger, and this so-called distraction barely made a ripple in the conversation. But of course, Drake couldn't stop at dropping 100 gigabytes of unreleased material. He had to sprinkle in some unexpected tea too. Tucked away in all that footage was a clip of him working on Too Good with Rihanna, where he casually let it slip that the song wasn't actually about her. Instead, it was inspired by none other than his other famous ex, Serena Williams. And the best part, he wasn't spilling this revelation to a close friend, a collaborator, or even a journalist. Nope, he was just casually chatting with his mom, Sandra, like it was just another random Tuesday.
Up and coming relationships, everything's going to be very light. not gonna get like heavily into things?
No, I get heavy on a couple joints, but this is more about me and Serena, so I
gathered. I gathered that.
But I wanted to make a song.
But you don't want it to be.
Well, it's funny because when I make songs about women, I also make songs for them, so I know what kind of song to make. If I'm gonna talk about them, I'll at least do them the justice of making them a song that they like.
Yeah.
Okay? So I know Serena very well, and I know that she'll hear it loud and clear, but she'll also not hate me for it because it's lighthearted. Mm-hmm. You know?
And she has seen someone else.
I don't know.
Serena Williams chose not to respond directly to Drake's remarks, and she kept it cute. However, she made a memorable statement during the Superbowl LIX halftime show on February 9th, 2025. In a surprise appearance, Serena joined Kendrick Lamar on stage, performing the Crip Walk during his set. She came under fire for this, and a lot of people accused her of still being hung up on Drake. However, she shut that down real quick when she wrote, "When Kendrick Lamar and team called and was like, we've been trying to do something forever. What about this? We loved your Crip Walk at the Olympics after you won the gold medal." I'm like, Super Bowl? Are you serious? When in the world would I ever be able to dance at a Super Bowl? Never. Let's do it. I knew my winning dance after the Olympics would pay off one day. End of story. However, some people kept trying to come for her, but her husband immediately jumped in to defend her, saying, "Some of y'all have no idea how criticized Serena was for this same dance at Wimbledon 13 years ago, and it shows. This is bigger than the music. We love a man who stands behind his woman." But then people started coming for him, like the former sports columnist Jason Whitlock, who said, "This is Serena's husband, a true beta. He's mad at me rather than the wife crip walking and still thinking about Drake, simp." Well, he immediately learned that Alexis don't play about Serena because Alexis had all the smoke for him. He wrote, "I get it, you're 57 and life didn't turn out the way you imagined. That kind of disappointment must be exhausting. You're the embodiment of peaks in high school, spending decades chasing validation from strangers through likes and digital hugs, only to find that no amount of external approval fills the void. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. Criticism only fuels your victim complex, reinforcing the comfort and delusion that there is some grand conspiracy against you and your brave ideas, when in reality, you've just got terrible takes. It's a cycle, outrage, backlash, self-pity, repeat." He continued, "This is a lonely road. There's still time to rewrite the ending. Start by working on yourself first. You'll find that if you wake up every morning trying to be a little better, a little more curious, you won't have time for irrational hating. You'll be too busy winning." Child, that clapback was so savage, it almost had me feeling bad for Jason Whitlock. Almost. When people try to come for Alexis, they tend to forget that he is the brain behind Reddit, which is one of the craziest social media platforms out there. Well, Drake knew better than to come for Alexis. Instead, he chose to shade Serena. He took to his Insta for the first time in months, posting a picture of him and Serena's former manager, which people found creepy. He knew better than to come directly for Alexis because he clearly doesn't want all that smoke, because he has barely recovered from the beef he has with Kendrick, and how Kendrick still has fans talking smack about him. Well, fans dragged him for being creepy, saying, "I'm convinced Drake isn't capable of dissing a man straight up. He legit has to always go through a woman to try and make his point. It's embarrassing at this point. Drake is always in women's business, Real Housewife of Toronto. And see how quick he responded to a woman but won't face the man dissing him? Also, why does she look so uncomfortable? Why is he posting a picture of what looks like a hostage situation as a gotcha? Weirdo." Child, Drake keeps catching strays over this, but I want to know how y'all feel about this, so drop your thoughts in the comments and then check out this next video.